Good day, good people. Welcome back to Collector's Quest, and thank you so much for joining me on another gaming adventure. Today is Friday, and upcoming is the May bank holiday, so we've got a nice long weekend. I've got today off from work, and the plan for today's video is to hopefully hit up as many car booths as we can over the bank holiday weekend. The weather is definitely looking touch and go, so we might not get to as many as I would hope, but fingers crossed we find some games, DVDs, Blu-rays, electronics, all of those great things we can either add to the collection or flip into CEX for those sweet vouchers. But like I said, I've got today off from work, and the plan right now is going to get the bag ready, get the car loaded, and we're going to hit up 3 CEXs. So I'm going to Wolverhampton, which has 2 CEXs, and Stafford, which has a decent CEX. Got a big laundry list of games which I'm hoping to add to the collection. Then when we get back, I need to clean up all of the games that we picked up over the last couple of videos, as well as hopefully the games that we're picking up today. So let's get the bag ready, get the car loaded, and I'll catch you when we get to Wolverhampton CEX. Just made it into Wolverhampton, and I'm walking to the Manor Centre. I've only got an hour on the car park, so gonna have to be quick, but yeah, hopefully everything on the list is in nice condition. If you are coming far for a CEX, make sure you make a list and make sure there's plenty of games on there, because you know what it's like, could be no manual, cover reprint. So yeah, let's go and have a look at what they got in store. Man, the price of that has tanked massively. Roller Rose, £260. Literally 2 years ago, that was, you know, upwards of £500. Crazy. Also got a fairly uncommon Castlevania game there for the PlayStation 2. £130. Quite expensive. Let's go and have a look inside then.
Wanted to pick up this copy of Final Fantasy, the complete collection on the PSP, but no way I'm picking up these nasty looking PSP essentials. Nah, not for me, so I left it behind. They also had a couple of steelbooks, but this one here looked like it'd been sat on, this Injustice 2 one, so left that behind. And I don't care about fighters, but this King of Fighters 15 or 16 steelbook looked pretty cool, but for £20, not for me, thank you.
Just came out of the first CEX in the Manor Centre, the bigger one of the two, and yeah, always great in there, to be fair. Great stock, and I've just spunk, you know, £234 on my vouchers. So yeah, not a bad way to kick off the hunt. Now walking over to the second one, slightly smaller, but makes sense to do it. It's only 2 minutes apart. So yeah, got a bag. So a great way to start the day off.
Continuing the theme of steelbooks, second Wolverhampton CEX had a ton of steelbooks. This very nice The Godfather limited edition for £20, pretty cool stuff. This is a lovely Final Fantasy 15 steelbook. I've actually got this in the collection, but yeah, a stunning steelbook here. And then 2 Bioshock steelbooks for the Xbox 360. Fairly common one, but the first one was in decent condition. And I do want the Devil May Cry 4 steelbook, but I want to pick it up on the PlayStation 3, so I left the 360 one behind.
Just came out of the second CEX in the Manor Centre, and again, happy days. Got 2 or 3 games, I forgot. But yeah, shout out to the member of staff that served me. She was amazing, man. She so friendly, and she was a JRPG gamer, so we're talking about games. I just love it when CEX staff are, you know, passionate about games. It just makes the whole experience so much better. But yeah, we're gonna have to get a shift on now, because I've got like 10 minutes left on the parking, so yeah, I might have to get a little jog on going, but yeah. I'll see you probably when we get to Stafford now, so catch you when we get to Stafford. Just made it into sunny Stafford. Came here probably a few months ago for the Stafford County Toy Fair, and yeah, let's just say I spent a lot of money on a PS3 game and they gave me the wrong disc. But yeah, hopefully today is a lot better, and maybe, who knows, we might bump into Kale. I believe this is his local CEX, so yeah. Had to take the jacket off, man, I was roasting. So hopefully it was worth the drive, because Stafford is a weird place to get to, man. So hopefully CEX has got some great things to add to the collection.
Stafford CEX had the God of War statue for £225. Would love to have the steelbook on its own, but maybe one day we'll find it in CEX on its own. Stepping into Stafford CEX, had Godzilla for £195. Not for me. I don't care enough about this game to shell out that much, but one that you don't see all too often. Another cool looking steelbook, but again, damage at the top, so one that I had to leave behind, unfortunately.
So just came out of Stafford CEX, and again, as you can see, got another bag full. Got everything on my list, to be fair, so it was definitely worth the drive. And shout out to the choice of music. Had some Evanescence playing in the background, which is always great when you're game hunting. But yeah, probably gonna head back home now. I've pretty much spent all my vouchers, to be fair. Had about £400 worth of vouchers, and this entire game hunt has wiped me out. So yeah, need to go back home, and we've still got loads of stuff to trade in. I've got a bag of DVDs that we picked up at Coles last week, and also got those electronics. So yeah, still got plenty of vouchers hopefully awaiting us. So yeah, probably catch you when we get back home and we'll go over the pickups. So I definitely bought some games. Let's have a look. Yeah, what an absolute amazing day. Well spent off work. Yeah, great game hunt, and I got some great things to add to the collection. Went to 3 CEXs, and I think in total I spent around £400 worth of sweet vouchers, which is a hell of a lot. This game hunt is probably the second best game hunt I've been on the channel. The first one definitely being all of those amazing JRPGs that we picked up from Stourbridge a couple of months ago. That one's going to take some beating, but yeah, super happy with what we picked up. And when I went to these CEXs, I had a list of say 20-30 games, and pretty much everything that I wanted was in a great condition, complete with a manual. So yeah, can't ask for much more. So let's take a look through the first bag, which is the Wolverhampton bag. I'm just going to rapid fire go through some of these because there's so many games to go through. So first one, got Etrian Odyssey 2 Untold, the Fafnir Night. Why have these games got such weird names? But yeah, another JRPG added to the 3DS, and that cost me £38. Might as well do this one while we're here, talking about 3DS games. But I picked up Spirit Camera, the Cursed Memoir. As you can see, cost me £32. And this one's really cool. It comes with some like AR cards, like augmented reality cards. I'll do some B-roll, but yeah, all of these are complete with a manual and just a very interesting looking horror game. I believe it's set in the same universe as Project Zero. So yeah, a very, very cool one to add to the 3DS. Then again, speaking of Project Zero, I picked up a copy of Project Zero for the PlayStation 2. That cost me £55. Again, I won't do it for all of them, but yeah, decent condition with the manual. So another survival horror game added to the collection. Then we'll do this one next because this wasn't on the list, but couldn't leave it there. So I am definitely a steelbook and a cardboard connoisseur, and I saw this there for £8 and I was like, yep, that's going straight in my basket. So I picked up Death Stranding, but in this real nice cardboard sleeve, just a standard copy of the game. I do believe there is a steelbook for Death Stranding that I definitely want to add someday, but yeah, nice condition cardboard sleeve with a real nice matte finish. I do already have Death Stranding on the PlayStation 5, the director's cut there, so if you want to play it, probably best to play it on there. But yeah, for £8, a nice piece of cardboard to add to the PlayStation 4. Then we'll do this one next. So I picked up this game a couple of weeks ago from a CEX somewhere, and it didn't have a manual, so I figured when I pick it up again and I see it with a manual, I'll buy it and just do a replacement, either trade it in. So I finally got a copy of Eternal Sonata, and that cost me £25, so thankfully the same price I paid, and this one is complete with a manual. So like I said, I'll either trade mine in or sell it or do something with it. But yeah, £25, an interesting looking JRPG. Then we get to the two best pickups from Wolverhampton. So I've been mentioning on quite a few of my videos that I want to pick up all of the Final Fantasy 13 Collector's Edition for the PlayStation 3, just the way my weird collecting brain works. And the last one I needed to pick up was Final Fantasy 13 2, and today I can finally say I've got them all. So I picked up this lovely condition Final Fantasy 13 2 Limited Collector's Edition. I'll do some B-roll of what comes in this, but it comes with like the game, obviously, the soundtrack, some art cards, all that good stuff. So yeah, that's gonna look lovely on the shelf with my other PS3 collector's editions. But I don't know if this was like a mistake on their part or if this is supposed to come with that. I don't think it is, but when I bought it and I had a look at it, it actually come with this, which is the steelbook that I picked up quite a few weeks ago for the Xbox 360. So this doesn't come with the game. Obviously the game is in the normal case, but yeah, for free, I'm having that. Don't know if that was meant to be like sold separately or that was a mistake, but it even comes with this little like cardboard sleeve cutout thing. So I now have 2 Final Fantasy 13 2 steelbooks. Yeah, great steelbook. And funny enough, this one here that I picked up on that CEX challenge video that me and Diego Demo did, I think that also came from Wolverhampton CEX, one of the ones in the Manda Centre. So yeah, a great find, and maybe me catching CEX slipping. Then from Stafford, oh, we've got one more game actually. How can I forget this one? This was the most expensive game I picked up on the entire day. And again, we're finishing off another subset. And I've been after this game for ages, but every time I've seen it, it's been battered. But I can finally now say I own all of the Persona 3 games with Persona 3 FES for the PlayStation 2. Cost me £95, and this is crispy as can be. I mean, there's not a single mark on the disc. It's, yeah, great condition. And the manual is super, super crispy. Yeah, you can't even see what I'm doing, but yeah. I now have Persona 3, Persona 3 FES, and Persona 3 Portable. So I've got all of the Persona 3 games. So yeah, happy, happy days. Now we get to the Stafford bag. So first one, yeah, we'll do this one because I've got the least to say about it. So first one I picked up was Trinity Universe for the PlayStation 3. It cost me £28, just another JRPG that I haven't got on the PlayStation 3. I just want to get as many JRPGs on the PlayStation 3 and just in general. So yeah, figured pick it up, fairly uncommon and looked pretty decent from the gameplay I saw. Then I picked up a PSP game to my growing PSP collection, and I'm pretty sure this is like one of the only non-JRPG games that I picked up today. But picked up a copy of Grand Theft Auto China Wars. I gotta show this. I mean, is there a company that does better manuals and like posters than Rockstar? I really hope we get, you know, a poster and a super, super colourful manual for GTA 6. But yeah, haven't played this one before. Played pretty much all of the mainline series for GTA, but this has also been released on the DS, and I think they're both very similar. I think this one's got more content and better graphics. So yeah, for £22, that gets me one step closer to owning all of the GTA games. And then we'll do this one next. So the game is falling out, but whatever. But I picked up Greedfall, the gold edition, and this comes with, don't know what that is, but it comes with that. Comes with some stickers, and obviously it comes with a game, but I think this might be like a German exclusive, just looking at the age rating. I don't know, it is in English on the back, but it's got some German text on there, so I'm not sure if this like gold edition was a German European exclusive or if it ever got a UK release, not too sure. But RPG that looks very, very interesting, very similar to Dragon Age in terms of the RPG element. So yeah, one that I've always wanted to pick up, and when I saw this nice cardboard box there, I thought for £12, yep, got to pick it up. 2 more games left in the bag. I'll go to this one first because the last one wasn't on my list, but this one was. So another survival horror game added to the collection in Resident Evil Outbreak File 2. That cost me £30, and I now have both of the Resident Evil Outbreak games for PlayStation 2. I don't really know what the difference is between like these, the mainline series. So yeah, maybe someone in the comments can let me know if this is a good one and if the first one is a good one. But yeah, another Resident Evil game ticked off the list. Then the final game I picked up is something that I don't collect for in terms of the console, but it's a steelbook and I saw it and I'm just going to show you because you're going to be like, yeah, I can see why you picked it up. But I picked up Persona 5 Royal for the Xbox Series X. Don't have that console, will probably never own that console, but I mean, it's Persona, guys. Look at that stunning steelbook. I don't know if I got this, to be fair. I might have it somewhere. I don't know, but yeah, there's no way I was going to leave that behind. Cost me £25, which is decently expensive for a game I'm never going to play, but yeah, that is a great steelbook. And anything Persona, anything Trails, Final Fantasy, I'm definitely going to be picking up. So yeah, that was a great find for £25. So that is everything that we picked up. I'll put that away in a bit. So yeah, let me know in the comments down below what you thought of my first lot of pickups. Some great things to add to the collection, and you can go down there with the other things that we do need to clean up and get added to the game shelves. But I've been out for so long, man. That was a long drive back to get from Stafford. Got stuck on the motorway going past IKEA, so I think I'm going to put up my feet, play some games because I haven't played much due to my back over the last few weeks. So I'm going to do that. And I think looking on Facebook, Hogs Lane car boot has been cancelled due to the scheduled rain during the night. Hogs Lane is always cancelled when they see a little rain cloud on the weather. So no car boot tomorrow morning, but what I will be doing, I'm going to be heading to CEX to trade in all of the games, DVDs, Blu-rays, all of the things that we picked up on Cole's car boot last week. And I've also got some electronics, so there's still plenty of CEX hunting. Hopefully plenty of sweet vouchers, and hopefully Sunday we'll be heading to Cole's Car Boot to pick up some great things to flip in the CEX. So you'll either catch me playing some Clair Obscure or a different game, or you'll catch me walking into Stourbridge CEX. So I'll catch you whenever I catch you. Right, I'm in my car. I had to rush out the house, but I'm gonna take in all of the electronics and the DVDs that we picked up over the last few car boots. I'm gonna walk into Stourbridge, but weather's not looking too good, to be fair, so I might get wet. And obviously I've got 2 bags, so won't be doing the vintage walk into Stourbridge. But yeah, hopefully we get a sweet voucher. And let me just flip you around. And there's actually quite a rare game in Stourbridge that I'm looking to pick up, quite a rare survival horror game. So hopefully they've got that in stock in nice, complete condition with the manual. And then after Stourbridge, I'm going to head up to Merry Hill. They've also got 2 fairly uncommon JRPGs for the PlayStation 2 I've been after for a while. And then hopefully we'll come back once I've tested all of the electronics and we'll pick up a sweet voucher. So yeah, plenty to do today. As you can tell, it's a brand new day, new clothes and all that. So yeah, let's get out there. Hopefully we don't get too wet, and let's go and pick up this voucher. So just came out of Stourbridge CEX and it wasn't too bad, to be fair. So they took in everything apart from the steering wheel. It's meant to come with like a power supply, so that's my fault. That's the second time now I've been stung by steering wheels, so probably going to stay away from them in the future. But then I picked up that fairly uncommon survival horror game, which is all good. And for the DVDs and the games and all that stuff, got £61, so it pretty much paid for that. Got a bit left, so yeah, gonna go back in probably half an hour and pick up the electronics. So yeah, hopefully they all pass. But plan now is I need to jump into Tesco and get a couple of bits for the missus, and then I'm gonna head up to Hill CEX. They've got 2 JRPGs I want to pick up, so we'll do that, then we'll come back to Stourbridge. But shout out to Adrian, apologies mate, you kind of took me by surprise, but saw someone in Stourbridge CEX that actually watches the channel, so big shout out to you mate. And yeah, I still haven't gotten used to people coming up to me in public and saying they watch the channel. Just yeah, I was kind of like chatting to the CEX staff and this guy just tapped me on the shoulder. So yeah, big shout out to you mate, always great meeting subscribers to the channel. So yeah, I'll catch you probably when we get to Merry Hill.
Stourbridge CEX had the 30th anniversary PlayStation 5 controller complete in the box. Nice, but for £290, probably a bit too expensive for me, but pretty cool nonetheless. Nice copy of Final Fantasy 13 2 for the PS3 in this cardboard sleeve. Picked it up because I wasn't too sure if I already had it in the collection. And a fairly cheap Rainbow Six Steelbook for £2.50, but I don't really care about this genre, so left it behind for someone else.
So just came out of Stafford CEX and they took in everything apart from that keyboard. I think they said it had sticky keys, so I just said keep it, chuck it away. Decided to just go back because I had like 15 minutes to wait after I went to Tesco, so made no sense going to Merry Hill, but did pick up a very cool Xbox 360 Steelbook. Literally, as I was waiting, someone traded it in, and let me know if you guys do this, but whenever I'm waiting and I can see someone else trading in a bunch of games, I'm always a bit nosy and have a look to see what they're trading in, and saw this cool Steelbook and I thought, yeah, why not? Got the voucher for it, so I had to pick it up. Gonna head up to Hill CEX now to pick up hopefully those two nice JRPGs, so catch you when we get to Merry Hill. Just made it to Merry Hill, so let's go pick up some more JRPGs because boy, we definitely need some more in the collection, so fingers crossed I got the manual and are in nice condition, so let's go pick them up.
Merry Hill CEX had Baldur's Gate 3, the deluxe edition. That's going up in price. I bought mine from the Larian website for £70 on release and it's now £130, so yeah, that one is definitely flying up in price. I've got more to say about this, but Merry Hill was an absolute joke. So many cover reprints for some fairly uncommon JRPGs. These hadn't been in stock for long, so pretty much guarantee they've been nicked from the shop floor, but yeah, very annoying and something needs to be done about this.
So I just got back in from Merry Hill CEX and that was a complete waste of time. To be fair, I'm so annoyed, man. Like, they need to sort their shit out, man. Like, there's so many cover reprints on the shop floor. It's a joke. Like, I went there to pick up Rogue Galaxy and Phantom Blade, both pretty uncommon JRPGs on the PlayStation 2, and they're both cover reprints, and Merry Hill has notoriously been known for having a ton of cover reprints. I mean, you've seen it on my videos loads of times. That copy of Radiant Historia for the 3DS, like a £120 game, which is also a cover reprint, but it's getting so bad now. Like, you saw on the footage, like there was like 6 or 7 like PlayStation 2 cover reprints, all within like the alphabetical order. So clearly someone's gone in, nicked the cases, which is just scumbag of them. You know, I'm not, blaming CEX because you've got scumbags going around nicking cases, but someone's got to do something, man. Like, those games shouldn't be on the shop floor. If you know you've got a problem with, people going around nicking cases, like anything above £10, put it behind the counter, because those games are worthless. Like, there's no one who's going into CEX picking up Persona 4 for £32 on the PlayStation 2. It's just not going to happen. It's people like myself, people like you guys who are collectors, and it just breaks my heart when I see cover reprints for, obscure JRPGs or any games really. They might as well just chuck them in the bin. They're never going to sell now, and it keeps happening. So anyone who gives a damn at CEX Merry Hill, please sort it out. Do better. Put them behind the counter. You got £2 bloody Avatar Steelbook DVDs behind the counter. Like, there's so much room behind that counter to put those more obscure games behind there. Like, they shouldn't be on the shop floor. It's just doing my head in because it's happened a number of times now, and I don't like, blasting CEX because I love the company. Without CEX, I wouldn't have half the collection I got, but something's got to be said, man, because Merry Hill CEX is the worst within the local area. It's just, it's doing my head in now, but breathe. Enough about that. We'll go home and we'll go over the pickups because thankfully Stourbridge CEX did have some decent things, so I did manage to pick up some cool things. So let's go back home, calm down a bit, have a green tea and go over the pickups. So just got back from Merry Hill, which was an absolute travesty. Yeah, don't go there again. It's just so annoying, but yeah, on to more positive things. So Stourbridge CEX took in everything apart from the things that I mentioned, the keyboard, the steering wheel, and I think in total we got maybe like £80 on a sweet voucher, which is pretty much paid for all of this, and I've got a bit left, so yeah, happy days. So the pickups from Stourbridge, got 2 pickups here for PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. So this one here, copy of Final Fantasy 13 2 in this nice cardboard sleeve. I wasn't too sure if I already had this for the PS3, but turns out I do, so not sure what I'm going to do with that. Maybe do it in a giveaway or something. And then this nice Iron Man steelbook. This was one of the games I got traded in as I was waiting to check if all of my electronics passed. And I think Xbox 360 for me now is going to be more about collecting steelbooks, things that you can't get on the PS3 and exclusives, because I don't have a ton of nostalgia for the Xbox 360, and I figured for £6 for pretty cool steelbook that you don't see all too often. I'm not a massive Marvel fan, but if there is one film that I do enjoy, it is definitely Iron Man. So yeah, pretty cool one to add to the Xbox 360 steelbook collection. But then the big kind of heavy hitter, it's a £50 game, so decently expensive. I picked up a copy of Resident Evil Deadly Silence for the DS, and no sticker on there, but that was £48. And shout out to the Stourbridge CEX. This was actually traded in yesterday by the manager of Stourbridge CEX, so shout out to you. And this is a interesting one. So this is a reimagining of the original OG Resident Evil, and obviously it's got graphics that are toned down for the DS. I think it's more pixelated. It's got new puzzles, new combat scenarios, and just a different way of playing through the absolute classic, which is Resident Evil. And I've pretty much come to the conclusion that I'm after all of the mainline Resident Evil games. But yeah, just one that you don't see all too often. I think in total there's about 4 or 5 copies left in stock at CEX, so if you want to add this to your collection, then definitely jump on it sooner rather than later, because yeah, been after it for quite a while and haven't seen it in person. So yeah, great one to add to the DS. So plan now is probably going to start cleaning up some of the games, because I've got probably 30 odd games that I need to get cleaned up and added to the shelf. So I'll talk you through the process, because I have got a couple of things that I need to move around. You know, I'm just looking over at my DS collection, there's no room. 3DS, no room. I want to make some more space for the Trails games. So yeah, plenty going on the shelves. And then I'm not too sure about the weather, but it's meant to rain again tonight, so hopefully we'll get out to a car boot tomorrow morning. But if not, we'll do an outro and we'll close out the video. But yeah, you're going to see me cleaning up some games and just pottering around the room. So yeah, let's go and get some games cleaned and add them to the shelf. So that little montage you just watched probably took me the best part of an hour and a half to clean everything, put it away. Yeah, really enjoy it, and my room now smells like some Mr. Sheen polish, which is always good. As you can see, the Trails games are gone in the Trail section, and I love this section so much. Every time I look at it, it just brings me so much joy, and every time I look at it, I have a massive smile on my face. Just, yeah, beautiful, beautiful stuff. And then everything else has been put away into its respective section, and I think the shelves are looking fuller than ever. But yeah, not sure how much space we got left for games, but we can sort that on a different day. But yeah, everything looking good, everything looking nice. And then the biggest change that I made was over in the Nintendo section. So had to just accept that I can't have everything front facing, and just had to make space for more games, because I do anticipate this section growing, and what I've been doing is just doing a first in, first out. So anything that I don't enjoy I've been getting rid of, but I can't keep doing that because my 3DS section is pretty much all killer no filler. There's some great titles on there. But yeah, got some space for future expansions and I think it looks decent, to be fair. Could probably do a better job. But yeah, we've got space down here for any major expansions for the Nintendo section, but looking pretty good.
Thankfully, the weather held up and we made it to Coles Car Boot. I picked up 4 anime DVDs which are going into my collection, paid £4 and I think there's about £12 to £15 worth of value, so I'm more than happy to pick up some cheap anime DVDs for the collection. How much have you got on these, please, mate?
£1 each, mate.
Okay, I'll take those 4, please, mate.
Yeah.
First thing I picked up to flip into CEX was Downton Abbey, the complete collection. Paid £2 and that goes in for a £6 voucher, so a decent box set to pick up.
Morning, mate. How much are your DVDs here, please?
Which one's after?
That one there.
£3 on that one.
£3.
All the discs are in there.
Okay. Would you take £2, mate?
Yeah.
Cheers.
Another decent box set was Sharp, paid £1 and that's a £4 voucher, so another good box set.
Oh yeah, mate. How much are your DVDs down here, please?
Which one do you have to, mate?
That one there.
£2 if you want it, mate.
Would you do £1?
Yeah, go on then.
Can I check them all in there, please?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
Seemed like anime DVDs was a theme, so another set of anime DVDs going straight into my collection. Paid £7 and all of them apart from the Transformers DVD are going into my collection.
Oh yeah, mate. How much are your DVDs?
They'll be different. I need to sort them. There's nothing.
Okay.
I think that's like £3. That's like the most expensive one.
Okay, cool. I'm okay to have a look.
Yeah, definitely.
How much for those, please, mate?
I'll do 8.
Do 6?
I'll do 7.
Yeah, go on then.
Back to some things to flip into CEX, got some Xbox 360 games, paid £5 in total and the 2 standouts were the Armored Core games. Armored Core 4 is a £13 voucher and Armored Core for Answer is a £16 voucher. Also picked up Grid Autosport which is a £3 voucher, so £5 into roughly about £34 worth of CEX vouchers. Some good pickups here.
How much for those three then, please, mate?
5 of them.
Yeah, go on.
Couple more gaming pickups. Picked up Black Ops 2, that's a £5 voucher. Earth Defense 4 2017, another £5 voucher. And I picked up Legend, the limited edition steelbook, that's a £6 voucher. Paid £5 in total and that's a £16 voucher, so some good pickups here.
Oh yeah, how much is your Xbox? 40. You got any games or anything, or is that everything you got coming out?
Some games down here.
Oh, thank you. Would you do 5 for those 3, mate?
Yeah.
Cheers, mate.
Couple of electronics here, so I picked up a Amazon Fire 7 16GB 2019 model, paid £4 and that's a £16 voucher, so a pretty cool pickup here.
Morning. How much you got on that, please?
5.
Do you know if it works?
It does
or
work,
it does
yeah.
work? You know what it is? Is it Amazon Fire tablet?
It's a Fire, yeah, it's an Amazon Fire, but it's like old. It's about 5-6 years old.
Okay. Do you know less if you do 3?
4.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah.
Definitely the bargain of the day was his official Xbox Series X controller, paid £4 and that's a £32 voucher, so a good pickup here.
Morning. Is this your stuff here, mate? How much you got on this?
£5.
£5. Do you know if it works? Do you know if it works? Would you take £3, mate? £3, would you take 3? 4? Take 4?
Final pickup was a Razer Death Adder mouse, paid £3 and that's a £12 voucher, so again another decent electronic.
That's mine, mate.
That's it.
That's right. Would you do any less, please? Would you do 3? I know you said 5.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Just got back in the car from Coles Car Boot and that was definitely more like it. Definitely the best car boot at Coles this season. Got tons of anime DVDs to add to the collection, 1 or 2 games to add to the collection. The games that we found to flip in the CEX for those sweet vouchers are some very good ones. Those 2 Armored Core games are worth a decent amount. Got some controllers, electronics, DVD box sets, so yeah, not a bad hunt to be fair. Definitely a lot quieter though. I think people were either put off by the rain or due to it being a bank holiday, people have gone away. But yeah, not too bad indeed. So I'm gonna go home, get something to eat because I'm absolutely starving, get a green tea and we'll go over the highlights. So catch you guys when we get back home. So just got back from Cole's car boot, had a nice shower, got a nice cup of green tea in my PlayStation 1 car boot mug. Oh, that tastes interesting. I think that's got mint in it. I think, I know what's happened. My partner drinks a lot of green tea and she got a box with mint in, so that's got mint in. It smells like someone dropped a polo in my tea, but yeah, interesting. But yeah, car boot. So Cole's car boot was really good to be fair. I've got some great things to add to the collection in terms of DVDs, got some good games, electronics. So in terms of what I'm going to add to my DVD collection, I picked up a massive stack of anime DVDs. Pretty much my entire anime DVD collection has come from the car boot. So whenever I see them, you know, if they're cheap, I'll pick them up. Got some, you know, Studio Ghibli films there. I want to try and get all of the Studio Ghibli films. I'm not really sure what the value is, but I think when I looked online on CEX, I think I paid maybe £10 in total. And I think if I was to buy these from CEX, there's probably about £40 worth of value to buy them. So I think for £10, I did very well. The only one I'm going to trade in from that bundle is this one here, the Transformers Robots in Disguise DVD box set. I'm not a massive Transformers kind of early cartoon fan, but I think that's like a £5 voucher, so that was a good one. And then in terms of video games, this is all we found today, and they're not too bad to be fair. Definitely the 2 best ones were the 2 Armored Core games on the Xbox 360. I think I paid £5 for this and a couple of other games, and I think in total there's about maybe £30 worth of vouchers. These aren't cheap at all, these 2 Armored Core games, and I'm definitely conflicted. I want you to let me know in the comments down below, but if these were for the PS3, I would 100% be adding them to the PlayStation 3 collection. But this might be sacrilege to say, but I don't really care about Xbox 360 to be fair. I don't have that much love for it, so while they are pretty cool games, I think the vouchers are better put towards something else, so those will be going in. So probably maybe like £45 worth of vouchers for the games, and then some other DVD box sets I picked up with these here, probably paid, don't know, maybe a £5, and there's about £15–16 worth of vouchers there. So again, some more good DVD box sets, and then got some decent electronics. So picked up a Amazon Fire tablet, paid £4 for that I think, and that's £16–18 voucher. Got a Razer Death Adder mouse, paid £3 for that, and that's like a £12–13 voucher. And then this is really good. I picked up what I thought was a Xbox One controller, but it's actually a Xbox Series X controller in real nice condition. I think it works. No, the batteries have died, but yeah, I think I paid £3 or £4 for that. And something to keep a note of now, CEX have introduced the letter grading system for controllers. So before they had a flat rate for controllers, it was just the base value that you got, but now they've got A, B, C as they have for their other electronics. So I think the B grade is £33 for this, so I can't imagine why I wouldn't get B grade if it does work. It's in real nice condition. So yeah, hopefully a £33 voucher there. So I think in total spent around £30–40, and I think just for the things I'm going to trade in, there's probably close to £100 worth of vouchers, and then got some great anime DVDs to add to the collection. So yeah, definitely a great day worth of car boot hunting. So plan now, I'm going to clean a couple of things up, get the bag ready. Then I'm going to head to Halesowen CEX to trade in all of this for a sweet voucher. They've got a very, very expensive PlayStation 2 survival horror game in stock. I'm hoping it's still going to be there when I get there. Very, very rare to be fair. So hopefully we can put this towards that and pick up another great PlayStation 2 game for the collection. So I'll catch you when we get to Halesowen. Just made it into Halesowen and we managed to park on the road again. So hopefully that is definitely a good omen, because last week we parked here and we got about £170 on a sweet voucher. So hopefully it happens again, because boy, I'm going to need all the vouchers I can get, because there's a very, very expensive PlayStation 2 survival horror game in Halesowen CEX. So let's go and have a walk over and hopefully get a sweet voucher and put it towards that PlayStation 2 grail.
Not much happening in Halesowen CEX, but they had this pretty cool 2 WoW statue, £42 for the Xbox 360, fairly cheap for a decent looking statue.
So just came out of Halesowen CEX and that was definitely a result. So they took in everything, all the games, DVDs, the electronics, and I think I got £160, £170. It pretty much paid for that really expensive PlayStation 2 game that we just picked up, which is in nice condition. So yeah, always love it when we're able to go to the car boot and then the same day trade in everything and pick up something. It's just, yeah, what it's all about, isn't it? So let's go back home, go over the pickup and close out the video. So I've been back from Halesowen CEX for quite a few hours now, done some bits around the house and just made some delicious chicken soup for lunches. So yeah, happy days for me, but you don't care about any of that. You want to know what went down at Halesowen CEX. So like I said, took in everything we picked up this morning and got £160 on a sweet voucher. I then spent said voucher on an absolute grail for the PlayStation 2. But while I was waiting at Halesowen, I'm not one to judge, but I'm gonna judge. I was trading all my stuff and a guy rocks up with 3 things. For some reason, he had 2 copies of Doom, the Dark Ages for the PlayStation 5, which is like a week old at this point. He had 1 sealed, and he also had a sealed in-box PlayStation 5 Scarlet Red controller, so God knows where he got that from, but yeah, shout out to him. Hopefully he uses the cash wisely. But in terms of what I picked up from CEX, so I picked up a copy of Project Zero 3 for the PlayStation 2, and that cost me a whopping £160 with the manual. Yeah, it's crazy. Literally, this video we've added Project Zero, and now we've got Project Zero 3. I think there's Project Zero 2 we still need to get. Yep, and is there a Project Zero 4? I'm not too sure, but I'm pretty sure this is the most expensive game in the series. So yeah, I'm absolutely chuffed with picking that up, man. Like, this is why I do what I do. You know, getting up at 4:30, 4:45 at the crack of dawn, getting myself to the car boot sales to flip in all of those things for those sweet vouchers. I mean, to pick up a game like this probably cost me £40, £50 in terms of real life money. And yeah, man, to be able to pick up such an expensive, rare PlayStation 2 game for my collection is just amazing. That's why I do what I do. Love it, love it. But it does mean I am pretty much going down the path of picking up all of the survival horror games for the PlayStation 2. So one day we're going to have to shell out over £600 for Kuon, Roller Rose, Michigan, Silent Hill. So yeah, that's going to be interesting. But yeah, I'm absolutely over the moon with this pickup, man. Yeah, brilliant, brilliant. So let me know in the comments down below what you thought of this video. Been a bit of a mismatch, to be fair. You know, you've had CEX hunting, some shelf rearranging, car boot hunting. So yeah, definitely let me know what you thought of it, and let me know what you thought of my pickups, because we spent a hell of a lot of vouchers. I think we spent around £600 worth of sweet vouchers. So yeah, tons of great pickups. So yeah, definitely let me know what you think of them. And while you're down there in the comments, if you haven't done so already, then please hit the like button and consider subscribing to the Collector's Quest channel. Got some great things planned, and on our previous video we did a giveaway of some sweet JRPGs, so definitely check out that video if you want to learn how to add those to your collection. And I just want to say, we've just gone over 12 months in terms of doing the channel. I think I started this channel around May 20th, 2024. I'm not sure what the date is today because yeah, it's been a busy weekend, but I just want to say a big thank you to all of you guys. I mean, to be stood here right now doing this for a year with well over 2,000 subs, you know, over 17,000 watch hours, 160,000 views. It's just crazy, right? You know, for me, when I got into this hobby of doing YouTube, I didn't anticipate anything like this. I mean, for me, a result would have been getting around 1,000 subs. I'd have been chuffed with that. And to be, you know, well into the 2000s, on our way to 3,000 is just mental, right? And this is going to sound quite cringy, but I'm going to say it anyway. But you know, you're really making my dreams come true, because I wanted to do YouTube for so many years, but probably 5, 6, 7 years, but I've just never had the confidence to do it. I'm a very awkward person. You know, I don't like the way I talk, don't like the way how I present myself. So doing this is a big thing for me. And when I see you guys comment, like, subscribe, say that I've gotten you back into game collecting, gotten you to get out there on the game hunts, it's just incredible, man. And I've gotten to know quite a few people in the comments on Instagram. It's just absolutely insane. So yeah, honestly guys, it really does mean a lot when you like, comment and subscribe and you give me positive feedback. It does, yeah, it makes me so happy, and I can't believe it's been a year. But yeah, bigger and better things are coming to the channel, onwards and upwards. So yeah, here's to another 12 months. Before we get too emotional, let's close the video out. So as always, good luck on your game hunts and collecting adventures. Take it easy, YouTube, and I'll catch you in the next one.